but it's going to keep reconnecting. Is my sheets back here again? Oh my lord. See, I try to make the videos as best as I can, and apparently I can't. Okay, so I'm a level 13. Okay. So I wasn't really too far in the game, depending if I was doing a glitch or not. I swear, this is the second time that I try to fix this today. Put it underneath the sheet, and it still somehow just magically comes out. Again. Oh, well, that's not creepy at all. Show up with dwarven armor. Yeah, that's totally not creepy. Okay. Well, where the heck are... Oh, I see. I see where we're at. Okay. Okay, and it looks like we have Ayla, a Huntress with us. Oh, I know. Yeah, now I know what we're doing. Okay. I have a freaking steel sword. What was I thinking? Okay. Okay, well, this is wonderful. Okay, let's see here. What missions have we done? Okay. Okay, I think we were getting ready to go to the... Go get Dawnbreaker. The sword. Dawnbreaker. So let's go ahead and talk about vampires and werewolves. Alright, so with the werewolf guys here in Skyrim, I am currently, I think, a werewolf on here. Yeah, I have beast form. Okay. With the werewolf guys, it is actually great to have. If you're going to, like, a one-handed kind of build here with a monster, that is basically what it is. It is just a one-handed build, really. Now, the other thing is that with the werewolf, you don't get good sleep. So you don't get a resting bonus for all your skills to be at least 30% higher. That is the bad part. So, but the good part is that you'll be great in hand-to-hand combat. And you will also be fast. And in the form of the beast, you will also don't have to worry about your brothers or sisters that are either werewolves, or you don't have to worry about wolves or ice wolves. Which, I kind of think of that, like, seriously. Like, I get it, it's cool. But the thing is that when are you ever going to use it? So, I've seen, like, a few werewolves in my own time, and they did not attack me while I was in the form. But I did attack them, except for one of them. So, yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like, you know, a werewolf can do that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about a normal vampire here in Skyrim. If you want to be a normal vampire, you do not have to, I repeat, you do not have to have the Dawn Guard or any other DLC, because there is already vampires in this game. But for that reason, guys, it's basically the same thing as a vampire lord, except that you're not going to be able to transform into a vampire. So basically what's going to happen is that you still have the vampiric drain and all the spells that come with it, except that you don't take on the beast form. And also, you get a good rested bonus. And you also... you get a good rested bonus, and also... Oh my lord. Oh yeah. You get a good rested bonus, and also your skills will come down every time that you're in the sunlight.
No more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude. Why are we even going to a wedding at this far-flung end of the Empire anyway?
I told you, it's the wedding of Victoria Ricci.
So, yes. The bad news is that you're basically, say if you got attacked in the sunlight, okay? So say if I attacked Ayla and she attacked me back, I would lose health. And it would stay that way unless if I grabbed a potion. But it also slowly drains, I think. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. And I also think that it also happens to Magicka and Stamina as well. It affects all skills. Now, when you're at nighttime, through the hours of 8 to 5, I think. Seriously, a skeever? You're not going to mess with a skeever? Seriously? Anyways, those are the skills, anyways, to do that. I'm also trying to think, guys. So you'll lose mainly your skills. Now at night, I think it's like 8 to 5 in the morning that you could be on with a vampire. Now that would be great for feasting, because if you do happen to actually suck, some blood during the night, you'll be set for the day. So I think that's how it is. You'll be set for the day and you don't have to worry about it. So as long as if you have one soul that you freaking suck the living daylights out of, then you'll be set. Now, if you are a werewolf, of course you can't really suck, but you can feast on dead humans or animals, depending on what your skill tree says. Now, of course, when you have to feed, it extends your time. To a little to a lot, depends. And sometimes I usually just wait an hour in order for me to transform back. Now, of course, if you just had not gotten the Ring of Hersing as a werewolf, you do not get to, if you do not get the Ring of Hersing, then you cannot, keep on transforming at will. But with the Ring of Hersing, you can transform anytime you want. Now I have the Ring of Hersing, so I could transform that. But you cannot transform back into a human. You would have to wait it out. Unfortunately. So that's the problem.
If you drink too much, you're out. No drunks.
Visitor. Old Hroldan Inn has hundreds of years of history, friend. Old Hroldan is the stone at the inn. You'll be looking to rent Tiber Septim's room, I take it?
Tiber Septims.
That's right. In the Second Era, Tiber Septim himself led the army that conquered Old Hroldan from the barbarians of the Reach. Septim would later found the Empire.
Okay, let me put you on pause, lady. So, with that being said, a vampire lord. Let's go ahead and talk about that. So it's just the same thing as being a vampire, like I said, except that you also have a beast form. So once you have the vampire lord perk or the vampire power, then basically what happens is that vampire lord, you cannot fly, but you could hover above the ground. Lord Harkin says fly above the ground. So I'm going on my first day of it, I'm going oh sweet, you can fly. And no, you actually do hover. Do not get that mixed up. You hover above the ground.
So, ugh. And you have, of course, great stamina, just like the werewolf. And same thing goes. Oh Lord. You're still a vampire, just in an ugly beast form that can hover above the ground, have great stamina, and also have 2 spells in your hand, and can fly around. Just shooting them. And believe me, these spells are very great, guys. One of them's Remnant Corpse, and the other one's Drain Health. And of course, if you upgrade in the skill tree, you'll get those different skills. So, you'll get those different skills. So, like summoning a gargoyle permanently would be great. And of course, you also have Sharana. So say if you're like, oh man, I don't have the Lord Vampire perk. Well, here's the thing. You could ask Sharana and she could transform you back. And she makes sure that you are sure before you do. So just in case if you're like the last minute decision, there you go. So, is it better to be a werewolf or a vampire lord? Is it better? Well, let's review real quick. Werewolf. Any perks in that area? Not really. You don't get sleep. You don't get your skills risen up, and you have to wait it out to be the beast. You have to wait it out. Wait it out. Not cool. Next thing that is a vampire. Let's go with vampire. You have to sleep. You can sleep, so that's a perk. And then here's the down perk. You can only be outside during the freaking night. I mean, you can go outside during the day. That's also great. But say if you got attacked by a saber cat, which most of the time it happens, especially if you're traveling in Skyrim, near Whiterun, then you'll most likely bump into a saber cat or a saber tooth, and you'll lose health, stamina, or magicka. But the more perks that you have, it will be drained more. So say if you had like 200, it'd probably go down to 160. So it would basically be dropping about 40%. So I think that's for all skills. Let's see here. So, is it better to be a werewolf or vampire? I would prefer vampire. It's up to you to choose, but for me, I prefer a vampire. Vampires, for me, you could transform human to non-human, but still be a freaking... You have 2 additionals there, and it's nice. It's nice to have. But as you are a werewolf, if you don't have the Ring of Hercene, you're basically screwed, because then you're like, oh crap, I have to fight monsters, but I can't feed off of monsters. And here's the problem. You transform back, and now you're freaking fighting probably a mammoth, or a giant, or somebody way overpowered than you. And you're going like, crap. And you're like, wrong timing. It always happened to me. Let me tell you. But the nice thing is that you can get a werewolf perk at a low level and the normal vampire. But the vampire lord, you at least have to be a level 10 or higher to get. Oh Lord. So, but as a vampire lord, you could transform back into a human, or you could transform into the vampire lord at will. It has a 5-second delay, I think. At least that's what I calculated. I don't know for sure. But the thing is that you also have to be aware of the daytime. So unless if you like have some blood and you drink some blood and you go like, oh yeah, blood good. Is it really? Is it really that tasty? Because if it is, freaking pop all these bug bites for me. Even though that they smell like fire. Garlic and Skyrim. I don't think that affects you. I don't know. I haven't tried it because I never really been around garlic. Uh, wooden stakes like that kind of stuff don't affect me either. So you don't really have to worry about that in Skyrim. And usually for my builds, it's usually stealth, which is great for a vampire. If you're wanting to go with one-handed, two-handed, block, and heavy armor, I was going to say shield, then you would probably be great with a werewolf. Depends on your build. But of course, you could always choose either one at any point of the game and always switch if you have to. Ayala or Serana will be the people that will help you transform back. So, and you could transform, I think, anytime that you want. So if you're wanting to go back human, by all means, believe me, I've done it a few times myself, but the problem is I think all your skills reset. So, good luck. And if you're not even wanting to do that, there's a quest called the Dawn Guard. You can kill freaking vampires, bro. And probably be the leader of the Dawn Guard, bruh. Like, seriously, bruh. So, that's what's nice. Anyways, she was saying about tedious septum or something like that.
Empire that united Tamriel, but his first known battle and victory was right here. Don't underestimate my son, Schoolie. He may look young, but he can handle any drunks we get.
Oh, Tiber septum.
That's right. In the Second Era, Tiber
So-
Septim himself led the army that conquered old Roldan from the barbarians.
Yes,
of
so
the
anyways,
Reach.
I'm going to be playing some
Septim
Skyrim.
later found
You
the
guys,
empire that united
let me know in the
Tamriel,
comments down
but his
below.
first
Is it
known
better to
battle
do
and
that,
victory
or is it not?
was right
I think
here.
it's better to be a vampire,
At this inn,
especially if you are a
very bed,
stealth
great Tamriel
character,
slept in on his first night
or a
as
one
old Raldan's liberator.
or
As good as it was hundreds of
one-handed
years ago.
skill kind of thing. So anyways, peace out.